Be watching the beginning. Let me check here. Let me see, because I know it wasn't working in the beginning. Let me see. If not, I'll just take the mic off and then just leave it. Let's see. I'm just gonna go into this live stream. Okay, yeah, you must have gone back to the beginning of the live because I switched the mic out. All right, let me put my music back on because I need my music. All right, so we're gonna start off with Aries. Thank you for letting me know the sound is good. So the Aries, we're going to the Hidden Truth Oracle deck. Aries, what does Aries need to know? What hidden truth does Aries need to know at this time? Wow. Wow. Anything else? Because that came out very quickly. Ooh. Okay, we got 3 cards. That's all I need, honey. Wow. Wow, I love this. I love this, depending on how Aries feels about this, though. It depends, because it depends on the situation. You know, if this is one where you want somebody to come back, Aries, you have somebody that says that they love you unconditionally, that they're afraid to contact you. So obviously there is a no contact situation going on, and they know they messed up everything. They know they messed up. But the card at the bottom that really gets to me is that we will be together again. Now, if you don't want this person back, it's your choice, Aries. I'm not telling you who to go with, who to be with. But the cards are saying that this is somebody that you do want to be with, that you do want to return, that you want to come together with. They're feeling the same way. And the feeling is mutual. Okay, so how will you know this person? This person may be younger than you. They may be a water sign energy. This could be someone that you think is kind of like a, you know, like they could be like your first love, because the Page of Cups is like innocent, very pure. So the way this person does love you unconditionally. With the Page of Cups coming out, their love is so pure, it's innocent, it's untainted. I think when they think about you, they get emotional too. Okay, what else? How will the person know who this is? It could be an Aries, sorry. It's a water sign. It could be a water sign. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But it doesn't have to be that way. It could be somebody that is emotionally open with you. They're vulnerable with you in that way. Or maybe they weren't. It could be that too. This is someone that you felt like may have been hiding things from you, may have been deceptive, may have been, yeah, definitely, like the 7 of Swords is indicating that you may have felt like this person was deceiving you, or maybe this person was keeping their feelings to themselves and not really telling you how they really feel, because maybe there was a lack of intimacy or a lack of vulnerability in that sense. And the 3 of Wands, this person is somebody that you possibly talked about the future with. Yeah, the 10 of Pentacles, this is future forward. You know, like think about the future, like possibly living together, where you want to live. If you were to get married, where would, you know, how would your wedding be? Like where, what kind of house, children, you know, just the future. Okay, what else can we know about this person for Aries? How else will this person know? How will Aries know who this person is? Feel free to, this could be the cross watchers reading too as well. So, excuse me. If I seem a little off, it's just because I was, I'm transmuting and I'm just trying to transmute energy right now. I'll try to do something productive instead of being emotional, you know? I'm practicing what I preach. You know, Page of Swords, this person may be watching you. They may be an air sign. This is someone that definitely wants to communicate their emotions to you and definitely wants to, they're definitely watching you. They're gathering information. There may be certain things that they're seeing that's kind of making them afraid to talk to you. And I want to know what that is. Why is this person, so the future action or this person is that they want to communicate with you, but they're definitely wanting to be sure that you're, I don't know if they think that you're dealing with someone else. It could be that. What else? Tell me the future actions for Aries. Okay, we got the Five of Cups. There's some sort of disappointment. I think this person maybe you know, it's funny because I look at this Page of Swords and it looks like they're looking back. So I feel like this person is reflecting on everything that they messed up in the relationship. You know, the disappointment that they may have caused you. This person could still be watching you though, wanting to communicate with you. They don't want you. The Judgment card is like making a final decision. They don't know if you made a final decision about them. Like if you're going to welcome them, if you even want to revive whatever the connection was. Like if you want to move forward with the connection with the Chariot card showing up. Underneath that, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is like someone who will come forward, who wants to, remember the Page of Pentacles, young. We have a bunch of pages. So we're getting earth, water, and air. Someone who's thinking a lot, somebody who has thinking about investing, probably wanting to plant seeds with you. Also someone that wants to express emotions to you. So this person definitely wants to move forward towards you. They want to solidify something with you. Even if it means starting over again, starting all over. But depending, like you see the Chariot is like a racing energy, it has the flying monkeys in there. So it's a racing energy, but also we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is also known as a racing energy. It's somewhat impulsive, may act rashly, may communicate rashly. This person may feel like they may miss out on something. They may miss out on an opportunity with you. In their mind, they definitely think that you're going to be together again. You know, Aries or Crosswatcher, because the Crosswatchers can resonate with this too. But their heart is so open and filled with love for you. But they're afraid that when they come towards you, that you're going to be cold and you're going to be... You're probably going to say some harsh words to them. There's that fear. And they want to move past any conflict that you've experienced in the past, especially when they messed up everything. They know they messed up. I don't know how they messed up because you can mess up in a multitude of ways. But since we're doing an all signs reading, I can't go and find out what exactly it is. This person... You could have consider them like a soulmate energy. This could be someone that you've known for like since you were a child, or you just feel like you're each other's lobster. If you watched Friends, you will get the lobster reference. If you don't know, look it up. Google it. AI, Gemini it, or whatever. But that's what I'm getting for you, Aries. I hope you like your reading. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please like, share, and subscribe. My name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. If you're new here, whether you're an Aries or you're a cross watcher or you're just watching. So I'm going to go into the next sign, which is Taurus. But let me put these cards away. Let me shuffle this. Let's see. I hope everybody's having a great day. Thank you so much for the likes. I really appreciate you for being here. So, let it go. Slip into you. Slip into me. Down. Deep. Don't go. Don't go. So Taurus. Let's see what Taurus needs to know. 12-12 for Taurus. Okay, one more, please, Spirit. Thank you. One more card, please, Spirit, for Taurus. What hidden truth does Taurus need to know at this time? We've got two already. Can I get one more, please? the bottom of the deck, we have I hide behind material things. That sounds like a Taurian thing to do, no shade. But you are Venusian energy, and you also rule the second house, which is about finances. And I love you. I love you. I love you. I honestly love you. And then I'm thinking about that song for Celine Dion. I love you. Please say you love me too. I'm getting that song. I hid who I really am. Well, clearly, because you're hiding behind material things. I'm not just. I was just like, wow, the cards are resonating. They're like matching up. I wonder if you're happy without me. Okay, someone is like wondering, are you happy without me? Are you doing good? Do you still love me? I never showed you who I really am. I only showed you like this side of myself, the good side, the parts where I like basically, I don't know if this is you, Taurus. I'm gonna be honest, but with I hide behind material things, sometimes people tend to do this when they don't think they're worth shit. And they tend to do this because they feel like they have to prove their worth. Like, oh yes, look, I have a car, I have a job. Well, that's great. We want men or women with jobs. We don't want bums, right? I have jewelry, you know. I could go here and there. I could travel. I could do all these things, you know. So this could be somebody that tends to post a lot, maybe like show off a little. Ugh, honestly, like for me, this isn't about me, but that's an ick. Show off energy. I don't like that. When I do it, I'm like, oh, please, you're not that important, girl. Chill. But I love you. I love you. I hid who I really am. I wonder if you're happy without me. So I don't know if you've already moved on, Taurus, or cross watcher. Remember this cross watcher's reading as well. Let's see. All right. What does the collective need to know? Who is this person? How will they know this is their reading? What will be the person's actions? Let's see. So this person definitely is someone who, I say this because it's true. In reality, people who tend to hide behind material things, is they put up some sort of facade about themselves. They may not feel confident in themselves as a person, so they try to like show what material worth they have because they have no worth outside of that, you know? They may have net worth, but they may feel like they don't have self-worth, if that makes sense. No, this is read the title, please. So what do the Taurians need to know, or Taurus cross watchers? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we have Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Wasn't I talking about self-worth or lack of? Look at this. This mother has these golden eggs. But look at how pathetic he looks. Sitting there in the cold, sad. Look at that. Taurus. This is the hidden truth from that person that you may be dealing with or you dealt with, you know? So, yeah, this is the Five of Pentacles energy with the King of Wands. Come over here. I feel like this is definitely that. This person put up some sort of facade. They try to come off as like this energy. Look at this guy. He's very handsome, very heroic, courageous, brave. But it's like, but in the inside, they're in Mr. Egghead, you know? Look at this. They're like this. They don't feel real good about themselves. They put up this facade of like, but you know, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it, right? But this person is like, they're not communicating. You may have blocked this person, Taurus. You may have blocked them. You may have no longer communicating. If it's a cross watcher, you may have blocked Taurus. Okay, let's see. This person could be a Capricorn energy with the devil card showing up, but they could also be a fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but we have Capricorn showing up. So this person, you know, this could be this toxic trait for this person where it has to do with their self-worth or lack of self-worth. Like, you see, he's well dressed. He has golden eggs. He has like all these material things that look good, but inside he doesn't feel that way. And this card is like a perfect depiction of that, you know, with I hide behind material things and I hid who I really am. You know, I'm not saying this person is a bad person, Taurus or Taurus cross watcher. It's just that this person wasn't really being authentic and showing you who they really were. And for some of you, you may have felt like this person was keeping secrets, or they may not have been, you may have even thought they were a little bit toxic. And you know, not toxic, but maybe you didn't like the fact that they were materialistic. Capricorns tend to be known as being all about the money, all about making money, making that dollar bill, like having the best things. Wanted the best in life, you know, but they could be very hyper focused too. So that could be one of the reasons why you and this person you're having trouble, or you're no longer talking. You may have felt like this person didn't prioritize you, that they prioritized other things. Maybe even they prioritized how other people thought about them. You know, they cared what other people thought about them. They were like the keeping with the Joneses type of energy. That's what I'm getting. So what is this person's future actions towards Taurus? So this is an all signs reading. I'm going through all the signs. I already read for Aries. So I'm currently reading for Taurus, and Gemini will be next. Okay. And if you're not sure about where the reading is, always scroll to the beginning just to get an idea. But you're probably going to just skip the part where I had to switch my mic. Okay. So we got the future actions. We got the 6 of Cups coming out again, which is interesting because Aries got this card too. But we're getting the 10 of Cups in reverse. I need to know why the 10 of Cups, because 10 of Cups that's not happy. That's like the opposite of happy. I think for some of you, you may have already moved on from this person. You may be having your 10 of Cups with somebody else. But let me clarify, because the 6 of Cups is more like a soulmate energy, like you feel connected, you know this person from the past. Maybe you felt like you've known them in a past life or loved them in a past life. But then with the 10 of Cups is like, ooh, this is not good. So I don't feel like this person's going to come forward to you. Let's see, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Let's see. Can you clarify the 10 of Cups for me? I have to do that. Can you clarify the 10 of Cups for me? Can you clarify the 10 of Cups for me? For the collective? I mean, not the collective. This is for Taurus. Sorry. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. This person's going to be not going to do shit. I'm going to tell you that much. Because with the fact that the 10 of Cups came out in reverse, this person's going to they're not going to change. Honestly, I feel like they're going to still be focusing on money, focusing on work, focusing on material things. I don't think that there's going to be any reunion between you and this person. So I don't feel like this person is going to take any sort of action. They may think about you. They may wonder if you're happy without them, you know, but they're not going to do anything. So that this relationship or whatever the situation may be, please take it as it resonates. It may not resonate. Some of you may already know this. Some of you have already decided this because you've already moved on. Or cross-watcher, you may have already decided this because you moved on. But yeah, it's looking like there's no, like, their focus is going to be directed somewhere else. There may be nostalgia tied to what could have been, but ultimately the person's going to keep doing them. They're going to keep doing what they do, or you may continue to do what you do. There's not going to be any movement with the 8 of Wands, no communication, no action. Eight of Wands is basically nothing. It's a stop. Nothing's going to move forward, you know. And with the 8 of Cups in reverse too, I mean, they may wonder if you will come back around, but they're not going to do anything. That's what I'm getting. Sorry, Taurus. I mean, like, they love you, but I feel like, you know what? Let me get something else. Why the 8 of Pentacles? All right, let's clarify more the 10 of Cups. I don't know. Something doesn't sit right with this. That may resonate, though, as it is. But let me see. There's something that's telling me. I honestly feel like the person's just going to try to, maybe wondering if you will return. You may reach out. You may reconnect with them. I think it could be that. But they're going to keep doing what they're doing. Because you got the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is someone who's detached, apathetic. You may have already detached from this person. I think some of you already detached from this person. I mean, this person could try to make some sort of move towards you. But let me get one more for the Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups here? For Taurus. Can you clarify the Four of Cups for Taurus? I felt that didn't sit right with me. For Taurus, please. One more for Taurus. I don't know if there's any hope. Is there any hope for this connection? Okay. Like for some of you, there may be a new beginning, but I feel like this is something that where if there's a new beginning, I feel like no. With the three, no. Keep it moving. I feel like you're better off moving on from whatever the situation was. Nothing's gonna come of it. This is like the new beginning because the Three of Swords is in the shadow. Whatever. Yeah, see, there's not gonna be any collaboration. Whatever was going on before is gonna be a continuance because the fact that the Three of Pentacles came out in the reverse is indicating that there's not going to be any collaboration. There's not going to be any effort, like team effort, you know? So if you felt like you were doing a lot of the work and the person was, or, you know, there was inequality or there's not, it's not going to work out. Yeah, it's not going to work out. Yeah, sorry, Taurus or cross watcher. Wow. I was trying to see if there was a silver lining in this cloud, but there didn't seem to be. So now I'm going to go into Gemini. Gemini. So thank you so much for the likes. And the I don't know if anybody subscribed, so I'm not going to say anything about subscribing. But if you did, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Let me mix these up, so. All right. Oops. Okay, for Gemini, what does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? What Geminis need to know? 2534. 2534 for Gemini. Let me write this down. 2534. Okay, 2534. I keep saying that number, 2534. That's the timestamp, but I keep repeating it. I wish I could share my good news with you, Gemini. Somebody wants to share their good news with you. You may want to share your good news with someone. Okay, wow. I feel you leaving me behind. Okay. So they feel like the energy between you and them is like fading. And then we will be together again. That's interesting. You saw how that card jumped out. I left you before you could leave me. I wish I could share my good news with you. I feel you leaving me behind. We will be together again. I feel like there's two separate energies. So I feel like this might be for two separate Geminis or Gemini cross watchers. Somebody wants to share their good news with you. Okay. So I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna put these cards together, and this and the shadow. I feel like it's together. I feel you leaving me behind. I left before you could leave me. Someone is already anticipating that there's gonna be a breakup, or this already happened. Definitely happened, or it could be. You will know your situation, Gemini. If you're in a situation where you're like already feeling like the connection is waning, like it's slowly dissipating, and Like the love is dying. There's no passion. There's no connection. But then there's another group of you Geminis who you have somebody that wants to share good news with you. They wanna can you tell me? This person, I don't know, with the witch card, that card is very interesting because it's a card that's different from any, it's like an added card in the deck. And it's funny, I was looking at it this morning. It says, the keywords are magic, transformation, powerful force, magnetism, balance, wisdom, spiritual gift, gifted, protection, spells, nurturing, inner light, Gaia. Some of you, or this person, is being guided to return to you, or you may feel that way yourself. You may have sensed that this person, whoever this person is, that you already know that they were doing certain things, they were making certain moves, and you probably knew that they would do good, that they would do well, but you know, you probably haven't been in contact with them, so you don't really know what's going on with them. But this person seems to want to reach out to you. You may sense this. You may, because the witch card is someone who's basically like the Empress energy, but she's also like the High Priestess. It says like Gaia energy, you know, so you could be someone who's really connected to the earth, or this could be a person that you feel is like, you know, maybe connected to the earth, maybe very, maybe spiritual, maybe someone who does stuff with the earth, like planting, gardening, landscaping, something like that. So maybe that's a way you can figure out who this person is. There could be like a park ranger. We have people like that here. So I know they have that in those parks. The parks, they have people who maintain the parks. So it could be somebody like that. But they have something good going on. They wish they could share it with you. And I think that's one of the reasons why they may want to reunite with you, is because maybe you were the type of person who was very supportive of them. And, you know, you probably even put them up to doing something. You maybe inspired them to do something, encouraged them, motivated them, supported them with something. But then there was some sort of disconnect between you two where you didn't know what was the results, like if it was going to happen. But maybe part of you knew it was something that they would be successful with. Now, this is what they will be together again, right? Let me see what else. What else for Taurus? The Emperor. So the Emperor in reverse is usually a very negative energy, but it could be, because the Emperor in reverse is someone who's manipulative, narcissistic, controlling, inconsiderate. But I feel like, I mean, they could be an Aries. They don't necessarily have to be that. But if that is someone, then they still may be wanting to share their good news with you. And they have it in their mind that you and them will be together. And maybe some of you will sense this and you're like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, congratulations, but no thanks. Everybody's situation is different, you know? Okay, tell me more. I want to know about I feel you're leaving me behind. Who is this regarding? You know what? If that's the case too, I mean, like it could be that. If this person was very controlling in the past, or when you've last were in contact with them, that could be why you're like detaching from them, no longer engaging with them. They may have even tried to play games with you. Like, you know what? I feel like I already know that I can see the writing on the wall. I see this relationship is going to end, so I'm going to leave you before you can leave me. Or it could simply be you left them before they could leave you. You know, because that's a little childish. Like, is it really though? Okay, let's see. So what do the Geminis need to know? Geminis. Okay, I feel leaving me. Yeah, you definitely have ended the situation with the Ten of Swords, Gemini, or Gemini cross watcher. You may have, yeah, you've already saw the writing on the wall. You already saw the house that you were living in was like, and this is metaphorical. I'm not saying you live in a house. This is a house that's breaking down, that it's, it's dilapidated. It's abandoned. You have abandoned ship. How will you know who this person is? So this person may have been very controlling. How else would they know who this person is? Yeah, they could have caused you a lot of disappointment in the past, and you just, you know, you had to move on from them. This person possibly could have been someone who drank a lot too, because if you look at the cards, there's a mock turtle. This person was probably slow as hell too. They move very slowly. Maybe they're a slow person in the sense that they move slowly. They just like super slow. I'm not talking about mentally, you know, we will not make fun of people with intellectual disabilities, but, you know, maybe they were a little slow to understanding that their error, you know, how they possibly ruined your relationship. But we have the 5 of Cups here. So this is a person that caused you some disappointment in the past, where you may have had to choose yourself with the Lovers. And it's funny, it's that you had to choose yourself, and then I see the Lovers. So sometimes I'm talking, I look at the card and I'm like, don't realize what's on it until I read the text. And this is Gemini energy. So I don't know if you were also, both of you were a Gemini, you know, Gemini. That happens at times. How else? This is a person that, they may not have been empathic. You know, they may have been very insensitive, inconsiderate. Like I said, like this Emperor in reverse, this is this person. They were the opposite of the empath. They were apathetic, uncaring. They seem to like seem to be nonchalant, I would say. If they weren't like completely cold and controlling and maniacal or in any way, but it could have just been that maybe they were very controlling over their own emotions and they didn't want to be seen as weak. That might resonate with some of you too. Oh, yeah. But for some of you, you may have saw this type of connection as one that wasn't really going to go anywhere. You really didn't see it having any future with the 3 of Wands in reverse, which is about taking certain actions, but the fact that it's in reverse is like seeing no results, like nothing good came out of it. Yeah, and some of you may have been, or this person may be trapped in their mind, you know, and it could be because they realize they messed up, but then they can't share their good news with you. So, but I could share my good news with you and we will be together again, could be totally separate message, you know, but the fact that the Emperor in reverse came out with that. All right, maybe we could clarify more. Let me see who the Emperor is, the Emperor in reverse. Tell me about the Emperor in reverse. Tell me about the Emperor in reverse for Gemini. Yeah. Oh, it's the Hierophant in reverse. This person may have not wanted a traditional type of relationship. They probably wanted like an open relationship and no strings attached type of thing. Or they were a person that really didn't commit to things. You know, they may have been very reckless and, like I said, controlling, but in a reckless way. But they also may have had issues with commitment, committing to you, committing to something. They could just be non-traditional, like they don't really practice religion. They have a non-traditional career path. Have non-traditional beliefs. Okay, the card I got here is the 2 of Cups and it came on this side. So yeah, and then we have the Lovers too. So this is someone who, because here it shows twiddly twiddledum, and these are twins. So I feel like in the relationship there may have been some inequality in it, because you see these guys, they're twins. That means like they're a match. But the fact that it came out on the side, it was like some sort of imbalance. You will know. Yeah, some of you already moved away because possibly there was a lot of drama in this connection. Or maybe you just didn't feel at peace in the connection, so that's why you moved away. Yeah, that's why, you know, you were started to detach from this person. All right, let's see what this person's future actions are. Well, I went a little bit long with you, Gemini. Okay. I didn't shuffle that well. One more for Gemini. What is the person's future actions? I'm just going to get one more card and then I'm going to move on to Cancer. Okay, Gemini. What's this person's future actions with Gemini or the Gemini cross watcher? What is the future action for the Gemini or cross watcher? What's the future action for Gemini or cross watcher? What is the future action for Gemini or cross watcher? Does this sound familiar? Does this seem familiar? The waiting? Did this person keep you waiting? Did they not take action? They always said something but never did anything? They all talk and no game? Because I'm asking about future action and no cards are coming out. Maybe the right one needs to come out. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I got the Devil with the Three of Cups in reverse. I don't know what good news they want to share with you, but it seems like this person is gonna, whatever their issue is that's holding them back, it's still gonna be an issue, and there doesn't seem to be some sort of happy ending. But if for some of you, this person could have already moved on to a different connection, or you may have already moved on, and that's why there won't be no reunion. So I feel like, I don't know, like, I mean, this person might rush forward, but I don't think anything fruitful will come out of it, you know, because with the Three of Cups, it's indicating that it's not going to be a really a positive outcome if this person came forward. Some of you may have been dealing with a Capricorn. I did have Gemini here, and the Witch isn't necessarily assigned to a sign, but we also have Taurus. So Gemini, Taurus, and Capricorn energy here. But we have the Knight of Swords with any air sign. So this person may come back, but I feel like they may not be coming in the best energy. And that's why it won't be whatever action they plan to take. They may come forward towards you. They may communicate. They may try to be honest and truthful. Try to transform the situation, but there may be something going on in the background that may be hindering any type of like positive reunion with the Three of Cups being in the reverse. And I don't know if this is because this person has some sort of toxic thing that they like to entertain other people with the Knight of Wands in reverse. But this person does have emotions for you. They may want to come back and express emotions to you. I feel like there's something that's not really motivating them. They don't feel really motivated to change with the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is very like an excited, fiery energy. And the fact that this is in a reverse isn't really that. It's the opposite of that. But for some of you, it could be like I don't know if they're dealing with anybody else. It's funny because the King of Cups came out. So for some of you, this person may come and be more emotionally mature, maybe emotionally open. Maybe they will reach out to you and share their good news with you. But this fell on this side. If this person had issues with their emotions for like the non-toxic type of Gemini energy reading, because there was like two groups here. This person may be dropping this Emperor reverse and maybe more open-hearted and more vulnerable with you, and come forward and share the good news with you. But for some of you, it may be like something that doesn't go well. But it's depending on the situation. Especially if this person's like, I left you before you could leave me. That's a bit immature, you know? Okay, so I hope that helps you, Gemini. I'm going to go to Cancer now. Okay, Cancer, Cancerians. Cancer is my rising sign. So what do they call Cancerians? The Krabby Patties? The Krabby Patties? Do you like Cancerians? I wonder, do you like being called Krabby Patties? Do you like being called given a SpongeBob reference? Krabby Patties, crab cakes. Do you like the fact that you became a food item, Cancerians? Okay, 4223 for Cancerians. What do the Cancerians need to know? Wow, I went too long with Gemini. Whew. It's just, there was 2 storylines. Okay. One more for Cancer. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Someone doesn't like want to hold accountability for themselves. I know exactly what I was doing. And I can't stop thinking about you. No shit, Sherlock, right? I'm joking. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I know exactly what I was doing. I can't stop thinking about you. I was at the bottom of the deck. The card fell. Ay, my nails. Oh my gosh, card is so hard to take out. Okay, so many things remind me of you. Okay, so that's why this person can't stop thinking about you, because there's a lot of things that remind them of you. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I know exactly what I was doing. Oh shit, it was my fault, but I blamed you. I know exactly what I was doing. I can't stop thinking about you. So many things remind me of you. So someone is now taking accountability. They realize whether they messed up. I feel like this person didn't realize where they went wrong, and possibly placed the blame on you, Cancerians. Now they're having some sort of clarity and understanding about what it is that they did, and I think that could be why they can't stop thinking about you, because that's that realization. And then they have so many reminders of you. Wherever they go, whoever they may be around, any references, anything may remind them of you. Let's see. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Okay, so how will the Cancerians know who this person is? How will Cancerians know who this person is? I think I'm going to stop shuffling the cards like this because it's taking too much time. But I'm not going to do my Cancerians dirty. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some cards out. All right. We have the Four of Pentacles. So this is someone that's now like moving out of stagnancy, moving out of their comfort zone. Now going to make some sort of action or take some sort of action or possibly take a risk. Because if somebody comes out of the comfort zone, that means they're going to be doing something that they probably didn't feel comfortable doing before. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is about family, legacy, you know, everything about abundance. But this also includes the family, you know. But then the Sun. So some of you could have been dealing with someone who liked to stay in their comfort zone. Someone who was one that didn't really take much action. They may have been a homebody. They may have just liked being at home, being alone, or they just were lazy. I'll put it that much. This person could be someone who is very much focused on the future, but future finances and security, and which is not a bad thing, right? But they could be a Leo with the Sun energy coming out too. Okay, so what action, like what else can we know about this person, about this situation? Why they can't stop thinking about the Cancerians? What reminds them of the Cancerians? What did they do? How will the Cancerians know if this is their reading? Ace of Cups. This is a person that you probably felt like wasn't giving you as much love. That you may have poured yourself into them, but they may not have poured themselves into you. Kind of makes sense. They may be, I don't know, they could be like someone who, because earlier another sign got the King of Wands. So this person is someone who does have a lot of passion for you. They are attracted to you. They do have a lot of passion for you, but they probably didn't really take much action, you know? I see a train there, so the train may be significant. Got the Witch card. I don't know. Why the Ace of Cups in reverse? Metamorphosis. There were certain things that they weren't willing to change or didn't think that they had to change. With the Metamorphosis card and the Ace of Cups being in the reverse. It could be Scorpio energy, because Scorpio, well, Metamorphosis is kind of like, it is Scorpio energy because the Scorpio sign is about transformation, death, and rebirth. Knight of Wands in reverse came out again. This person may have a lot of desire and passion towards you, but they didn't really take much action because the Knight of Wands is someone who does. It's like constantly moving around and stuff. But the fact that it came out in reverse is like, yes, I have a lot of passion and desire for you, but the King of Wands doesn't take much action. He just says, he makes decisions if you really think about it. But the Knight of Wands is the action taking court card because they're constantly moving, they're constantly learning. And then we have this card and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there was like an inequality. They weren't giving, you know, with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, there may have been imbalance with energy. Maybe somebody was giving more than another person. The Hierophant. Maybe this person is a Taurus or have Taurus in their chart. Why the Taurus card? Why Taurus for the Hierophant? I mean, why Hierophant? I'm sorry, Taurus for the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here with the Knight of Wands and Six of Pentacles in reverse? Why is the Hierophant card here? I see a fly here. It's like a little fly. Ooh. Oh, another card. We got the Hermit, Four of Swords, healing. Okay. No, this is yeah, the Hermit and the Four of Swords. Okay, this makes sense. It could be, remember the roles could be reversed, Cancer. So whoever you may have been dealing with, it could be you or them. Some of you need to take time on your own because however this resonates, flip the roles as you see fit. Because somebody needs to do some sort of healing. And that's where they wanted to see success with. They were committed to their own healing, committed to their success. But it was like being on their own, being independent with the Hermit. Maybe this is what they needed to do. Usually the Hermit is someone who goes within because they're going through like a dark night of the soul. They're going through some sort of internal change, which could be like the witch energy. It's like they're doing some sort of, there's some sort of change going on within them, you know? And it could be from this understanding, this taking accountability that they know they made mistakes, that it was their fault, but they didn't want to take accountability. But they're having that realization, they knew what they were doing, but they can't stop thinking about you. And this could be what it is too. They're alone. If you look at the Four of Swords, this is someone who may have their eyes closed, laying down, sleeping. They may think about you when they're alone at night, when they're sleeping. I say night because the Hermit is traveling through the night in the traditional tarot. But this person may think about you at night. They may dream about you, but they may even think about like a future with you. But I feel like there's something internally that may be going on within this person that they wanted to see success with. They wanting to, you know, move. They want to not be in a place where there's conflict with the Five of Wands. So there could have been conflict in your relationship, or it could have been them not wanting to be the cause of conflict. Cancer. I'm going to take that card. The Five of Wands in reverse. What is this person's future action towards Cancerians? I had to sneeze. We got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like, I don't know, for some reason, these people are not coming forward. I feel like they got some shit to take care of before, if they even want to come forward, if they want to reunite, if they want to be in a relationship, if they even want to be with you, and vice versa. If the cross watcher doesn't want to be with Gemini or Cancer, sorry. Some of you may have Gemini, but I don't know why I said Gemini. But the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's someone that's not balanced, someone who is still trying to figure stuff out, you know. They haven't found their rhythm yet, because in the traditional tarot, the person's juggling, and there's like that infinity symbol. So it's like finding the right balance, you know, like what to give into more than the other, you know, what needs more attention than the other. So I feel like this person is still in the process of trying to rebalance themselves until they can get to this place where they feel more confident and more secure with themselves. If there was any issue with insecurities, you know, maybe this could be you, how they see you. They may see you, because we did we have the King of, before they come back to you, this like they had to rebalance themselves. So I don't like really see any action taken, because this person may need to rebalance themselves. You know, they need to transform something within them if this is someone that you want to return, Cancer or Cancerian cross watcher. We got the Queen of Cups at the bottom, you know. That's Cancer's court card. So there is love. There definitely is love. There's care. There's compassion. But there still needs to be healing for this person. They need to heal from something. They have to find a balance between whatever they experienced in the past, because the Five of Cups is about past sadness, disappointment. Them need to continue to work through and heal through whatever they experienced in the past before they'll be confident to come forward, if they want to come forward, you know. So there needs to be some sort of improvement with their confidence. I was saying the only reason why I say that is because the Queen of Wands. But I feel like this person also wants to be able to be at a place where they can take leadership over their life, because Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, they're leaders. Well, all the kings and queens are leaders, but this is one that wants to be led by their passion, by their desires, you know. You know, the black cat's there. There could be a sense of mystery between you and them, because they may not even know how you feel about them. You know, they don't know if you feel the same way. I want to know, how do Cancers feel about this person? How do the Cancerians feel about this person? You got the Eight of Pentacles. How do the Cancerians feel about this person? For some of you, you got the Eight of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups in reverse. So that means you're clear. There's no confusion. You already have clarity. But then there's love there too with the King. And then earlier we saw the Queen of Cups, the cat, the glass cat. Some of you may be wanting this person back. You may be wanting this person back. For some of you, if you resonate with having to do the work, you may be doing that work until you find that clarity within yourself, you know, to come forward, you know, to this person, express something to them. Even like if you even want to be with them, you know, but this is what I'm getting. But it's like somebody's definitely going to be dropping the burdens with the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse. So that's what I have for you, Cancerians. I hope that reading resonates with you in the best way possible, clarifies anything you weren't sure about in your situation. So I thank you for being here, for liking, sharing, subscribing. Okay, now we're going into Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo. Hi, Carolina. Hi, Rajita. Okay, let's see. Leo. Leo. December 48 for Leo. What does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know with their situation? Oh. Ooh. We will be together again. We'll be together again. Or just a dream in the end. We'll be together again. Okay, just being near you is intoxicating. So this person loves being in your energy. They love being around you, Leo, which makes sense. I mean, because Leos, I'm about to say you're a star. You're the sun. I know I messed up everything. Leos are ruled by the sun. That's why I said that, in case nobody knew. But Leo, I know I messed up everything, and I am becoming a better person, and that we will be together again. Leo, this person loves being around you. They want to bring some sort of change in your relationship. And the change also could be happening within them, with them saying that I want to be a better person, I'm becoming a better person. Maybe they feel like, this is how they attribute you to being a part of that betterment, helping them improve in some way, making better changes, better choices, make changes, make better choices. I know I messed up everything. I feel like there's a tinge of regret with that card. Okay, so I'm like, as I'm going through these readings, I'm seeing like how I feel like I should read, and I don't know, it's like I saw the Temperance energy, and then I just saw the Queen of Cups, and I saw the Three of Pentacles. So Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Wow, look, the Magician, Gemini energy. Some of the cards I switched with the H. Okay. I don't know, like I feel like reading this differently for Leo, and I think I might move on because I'm trying to do what feels natural to me. And like naturally, I want to clarify each card, you know? So I'm trying to see like what works best. It doesn't negate the messages that I've already given for all the other signs. So for Leo, I want to know this just being near you. This card flipped over, the Page of Swords. Somebody's watching you. They're watching you. They're paying close attention to you. With the Page of Swords, this is someone who's very observant. We have the Justice card coming out. This person could be a Libra, but we do have the air sign. But we also have the Knight of Pentacles, which is Earth sign energy. So this person may be that's interesting, the Justice. Libra energy, the King of Hearts. The King of Hearts. It's interesting, the King of Hearts. It says just being near you is intoxicating. But I feel like this is more because of the way you make them feel. You make them feel something that they probably don't feel with anybody else. When you look at the Knight of Pentacles, he has all these butterflies around him. And the Knight of Pentacles is a grounded energy, you know. They aren't as impulsive or as they don't rush, essentially. They take things slow. And for them, like this person, they may be very grounded. They may not even show you anything. They may be very stoic. They don't emote. They don't show you how they're feeling. But inside, you may give them butterflies. You know, I think that you make them feel something that they never felt before. We have the Three of Pentacles. This could be somebody that you may know from work, from community, anywhere where there is a team dynamic, a group, anything. But it's like you collaborate well with each other. You communicate well with each other. You have like that team dynamic with them. I feel like, and also, you may be someone that, like I said, like maybe you ground them, you balance them out. You may be like a safe place for them, I want to say, because the Knight of Pentacles, is very grounded, and I think he's safe. Like the balance, like the Justice card is like, it's about balance. So you may like in some way be like a source of, like you balance this person out in some way. You may be like a grounding force for them, but they do feel butterflies. I feel like yeah. Ooh, for some of you, they may feel like you're lucky. Like being with you, like they got lucky meeting you. They got lucky when they met you. The reason why I'm saying that, because I just realized this person has a horseshoe in his hand. I never noticed this before. He has a horseshoe. So horseshoes are symbols of luck. So this person may think that they struck gold with you. They got lucky with you. Okay, I know I messed up everything. What did they do? What did they do? They got the Lovers and the Four of, what is this? The Four of Wands in reverse, which is basically like a marriage card. If some of you wanted a commitment with this person, this is where they feel like they messed up, not giving it to you. For some of you, it could have been self-sabotage. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. This person didn't want to let go of control, too. They had a fear of losing control. You will know you will know this if this is your reading. We got Gemini, we got Earth sign energy, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. We have Justice with Libra. We have Page of Swords, air sign energy, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Then we have the Emperor with Aries energy, and then we have the Six of Swords in reverse. I feel like if this person moved forward with a trend, if this person moved forward in a commitment with you, they felt like they would lose control. Like they won't have any control. That's why they didn't choose a commitment with you. They were afraid of losing control. What else? This fly, ooh, it's in my face. Get away from me. That fly is like right in my face. This is annoying the hell out of me. The Six of Cups, I don't know. It's because they had a bad experience in the past. They feel like they're going to lose control. If they're in a relationship with you, if they had a commitment with you, they feel like they will lose control. Now, what is this? I'm becoming a better person. What is this? I'm becoming a better person. But it says we will be together again. So for some, this is like, this person wants to be together with you. Like, I don't feel like I had to clarify what, maybe I should find out what the actions are, but this person, the Ace of Cups, got the Death card. They don't want something to end. I'm becoming a better person. The realization that the source of the conflict was, they're having this realization that the source of the conflict was coming from them not wanting to release things from the past, not wanting to move on from the past, and not being emotionally vulnerable or open with you, you know? Because I have the Death card and the Ace of Cups in reverse. right? So it's like this person didn't want something to end, or they couldn't move on from some conflict that they experienced. But I feel like now they're having that understanding, even though these cards are in reverse. I feel like there's that understanding because they say I'm becoming a better person, and I feel like that this is what it is. They're having that realization that the conflict is just that where they messed up was not moving on from the past, you know, not transforming, not doing what they need to transform, and also withholding their emotions, not being completely vulnerable with you, or not even, probably not being matching you emotionally, you know. And the commitment card in reverse came out, the Hierophant card. That was the issue. They may have had a bad experience in the past with commitments. But with that, we will be together again. I feel like I don't really need to clarify that. I feel like that person, I feel like this person has a plan. If they're becoming a better person, they already know what they need to do. Let's see. Oh, tell me more for Leo. Leo. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, had to sneeze. Oh my gosh. Ten of Pentacles. I just shuffled the deck and look, the King of Cups. Yeah, this person wants everything with you. They realize that they could have everything with you. It's just a matter of them doing whatever they need to do. You know, the King of Cups, emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, compassionate, caring. Someone you could talk to, someone who listens, someone will talk to you about their feelings, you know. Very emotionally stable and balanced. But then you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is like family, marriage, home, security, stability. Yeah, this is this person's plan. They just hope that you don't reject them. Like that you haven't moved on, that you haven't detached from them. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that helps. I hope that helps you. I really do hope it helps. I hope all of you are resonating with your readings. So far, I've already read from Aries to Leo. I'm going to be going into Virgo. I'm going to be honest, I don't like reading reversals because I could read a card reversed based on what the other cards are and just intuitively. So if the card comes out in the reverse, then I'm going to read it how I see fit because I do read intuitively. But that was a nice reading. You know, someone taking accountability, realizing where they messed up and wanting to be a better person. And also, it's like they're somehow making a promise. For some of you, you already know this. Like, you know, like it's not over between us. It's not over. Now it's making me think of that song from Daltrey. It's not over. Gotta do it right this time around. Let's start over. Cause a part of me is dead and in the ground. This love is killing me, but you're the only one. Let's start over. All right. So now we're going to go into Virgo. Oh, my nose is getting runny. I'm sorry, I just got sniffly and stuff. Okay. What does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? Ooh. Virgo. Ooh, okay. That's interesting energy. I feel you leaving me behind. I want to be more than friends. You were the best thing in my life. for Virgo, and let's discard at the bottom. So many things remind me of you. Okay, I feel like there's two energies here. I feel like there's a Virgo here who has a friend that wants to be more than friends. Okay, let me write this down. For some of you, I'm going to move the cards around. I feel you're leaving me behind and you were the best thing in my life. Some of you probably have already disconnected from somebody. Yeah, definitely there's some detachment. That's past tense. You were the best thing in my life. I feel you're leaving me behind. For some of you, you've already moved on from this connection. And I'm not saying that you moved on to another relationship. Some of you may have. But for some of you Virgos, you may have still felt like some sort of connection or bond with somebody. And though you and them have separated, you still had some sort of bond, still a connection. But then now I think the connection is starting to break up, and this is what the person's starting to feel. Like they don't feel you anymore. They don't sense your energy. They don't feel your energy. And that's what it's like. You were the best thing in my life. But regardless if this is, I feel you're leaving me behind, like you've already left somebody, or you have a friend that wants to be more than friends with you, there are so many things that are remind. So this is two groups of Virgos, Virgo A and Virgo B, okay? And there's so many things remind me of you. I think it's for both groups, you know, because this person may, like your friend or the person that you are no longer connected with, may see things that remind you, like if they know what you like, regardless of your situation, Virgo A or Virgo B, so A or B, whoever you may have dealt with or who is your friend, they may know what you like, and they may see things. They may see your name. They may see your birthday. They may hear you. They may see people that look like you. You know, they have like so many reminders of you. Okay, so I want to know about I want to be more than friends. Tell me about this. How will the Virgos know who this is? Who is the person that wants to be more than friends? Remember, cross watchers can resonate with this reading too, you know? So how will the Virgos know, or the cross watcher know, who wants to be more than friends? Three of Cups. So somebody that you've spent a lot of time with, you had good times together. You possibly like bonded over past experiences, past pains, past traumas. You know, you may have connected in that way with this person. Anything else? How will then Virgos know? This is someone that two things came to my mind. Someone who's emotionally detached, which is what the card is, but this could be also someone who may attract a lot of people, right? But they're not interested. Like they reject a lot more people than they accept. That could be your energy too, Virgo. Like this person could be very picky. You could be out and about. People could hit on them, but they have no interest. They have no interest. Which makes sense, because if they want to be more than friends, that's why they don't have no interest in anybody else, you know? So if you go out with this person and this person does get hit on a lot, Virgo, and they don't have any interest, they show no interest, it's because they want to be more than friends with you, Virgo. Okay? Now, oh Lord. I'm sorry, my nose just I just started sneezing out of nowhere, and hopefully I didn't inhale that little fly. That would be funny. All right, who is this person that feels Virgo leaving behind? They could be an earth sign energy, but we have the Eight of Swords. But this person could also have Leo in their chart because there's a lion here. Oh, this card fell. And a Knight of Swords, so this person could be air sign energy. Why did I flip the card? So we have Knight of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Then we have air sign energy, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. But that doesn't mean the signs. That could be the energy that they embody. They could be like very much in their head, maybe very much impulsive, or just someone who is very like holding back. They take things very slow. They're not irrational. It could be somebody that is holding themselves back and trying to remain stable because they don't want to come forward or rush forward. Or you may resonate with being the grounded person, Virgo, and then this is a person that was just like very, very much in their head, somehow feeling trapped. They could be feeling trapped right now in whatever situation they're in. They may be having some sort of financial issues, and that could be due to their impulsivity with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. This person may feel like there's like time is running out for something, because the card says TikTok. Maybe this person watches you on TikTok, but I think TikTok is more so like, they could be like a ticking time bomb. Oh my God, all my freaking cards like fell under the table. Too many cards. Okay, I'm gonna give me time. Give me some time. I'm gonna show you the card that made me work, because it was like almost under the middle of the table. The Two of Swords and the Strength card. Leo energy. Didn't I mention Leo with the Eight of Swords? I feel like somebody's trying to restrain themselves. Part of them wants to come forward to you, but I feel like they're like trying to like stop themselves in some way. For some reason, with the Two of Swords. For some of you, you may have blocked this person. Some of you may have blocked this person, Virgo. You may have blocked this person with the Two of Swords. Or this could be somebody that's trying to like allow their intuition to guide them, you know? Maybe that's a motorcycle. I'm like trying to figure out what the hell that sound's coming from. Okay. I feel like this person is trying to build up the courage to come forward to you. They may feel like you may have blocked them, or maybe you did block them. Or they wonder if, or you may wonder if they blocked you. But I feel like with the Strength card, the Cowardly Lion, this person may feel like they were a coward. Like they I feel like they're trying to find a way to overcome their fears. The fear of whether or not you will accept them or reject them. And that may even go towards the person that wants to be your friend too. That wants to be more than friends, you know. They may want to make some sort of move towards you, but there could also be that fear that you may reject them. You know, with the Knight of Cups. Sorry, the Four of Cups. The Strength card and the Two of Swords. So there could be that fear for either one of them. You know, maybe you're someone who's very attractive. You may get a lot of attention. You may be the person that may be rejecting people. And that could be why there's that fear, because, you know, the fire sign energy, you know. Like you could be a Virgo, but you could have Leo in your chart, and you could be like someone who's very attractive, magnetic yourself, but you may have a grounded quality about you. And you could be like Magician, Virgo and Gemini energy with Magician. Yeah, you may be, yeah, definitely attractive. You attract. And that could be why this person, both of these people may feel a little bit intimidated too. You, like they say, you were the best thing in my life. Yeah, probably you were. You probably were very loving, caring, generous towards them. And for whatever reason, I don't know what happened between you. I feel you're living the best thing of my life. But the Magician card, but either one of them could be manifesting a connection with you. But I want to know more. How are the, yeah. I don't know if this person kept secrets from you. You were in the best, if they kept secrets from you, I feel like they're going to come forward and communicate that to you. That could be where they need to be brave. I don't know if they kept something from you. There was a secret. Maybe they never really told you how they felt. They kept their feelings to themselves, and now they maybe wanted to come forward and share their feelings. Maybe they didn't let you know how much you mean to them. And if we combine all of these things, if this is the person that wants to be more than friends, you were probably the best thing in your friend's life. But they could feel like they're sensing some sort of transformation or change within you, where they feel like that maybe your friendship may be, there's something going on within your friendship. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you may be getting some sort of offer for someone else, and this person may fear that if you were to move on to someone else, that you would no longer be friends with them, but then also they miss out on the opportunity to be with you. Good morning, Vixen. Thank you for being here. So this is what I'm getting for Virgo. But this person does think about you. A lot of things remind them of you, but they feel like either or, if it's like there's someone that wants to be friends, someone that you've already moved on from, or combined, like this is a friend that feels like you're already moving on because you might be moving on towards a new opportunity, you know. There's definitely some sort of confusion on somebody's part. Might be because you have a choice, Virgo. You get to decide, you know. Hopefully you know who these people are. I think I gave you, they got Cancer, we got Leo, we got Gemini energy, someone who is a friend that you probably bonded over with feelings. Somebody who may be one that gets a lot of attention and that may be rejecting, or maybe somebody who sees you rejecting other people because you're very attractive yourself. But then you have this energy of someone who has, I'm sorry about my nose, that senses you're moving on. And it could be this friend energy, it could be both, or it could be a separate person that you've already moved away from, you know. And if it is a separate person that you've already moved away from, and you do have a friend that wants to be more than friends, that could be where they may be seeing you with this friend and thinking that you've already moved on. That's possible. Okay, so I'm gonna end the reading there for you, Virgo. I really appreciate you for being here, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it gave you some insight, information, some clarification, confirmation of what you've already known, because that's how tarot works. And all messages are going to resonate, but I hope you found something that did. Okay, so I'm going to be going into Libra right now. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libra's hidden truth message. So yeah, I'm doing a hidden truth message for all the signs. I just finished Virgo's reading, and now I'm going into Libra's. Libra's. Oh, you got 4 cards, Libra. Ooh, I want you. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me, girl? I don't know if I'm singing that right. Okay, Libra. I'm starting to understand our connection, Libra. I know I was a distraction from your pain. That could be what this person thinks. It was my fault, but I blamed you. And I want to feel that way again. And I want you. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Libra. Oh, this card. I wish I had treated you better. So remember, the roles can be reversed. And sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. That's in the bottom. Oh my gosh, you got a lot of cards, Libra. Okay. Let me move this up. Okay. Tell me, the Libras, what do they need to know? I wonder if I could bring sage here, but then there are sprinklers here. Imagine I do a reading and I'm saging and then it starts to freaking to turn the sprinklers on. That'll be funny. Okay, so tell me about who could the Libras be dealing with? Who is this person that the Libras are dealing with? Who is the person that Libra is dealing with? So it could be someone who's maybe experiencing a lot of burdens in their life, may have a lot of responsibilities. They could have been somebody that's in the process of healing. I said burdens. This is not the 10 of Wands. This is the 9 of Wands. But this could be somebody that has a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, have gone through a lot of challenges in their life. You know, they could be a fire sign energy with the Page of Wands, somebody younger, some very fun, energetic, curious. But then you also have the 7 of Wands. So someone definitely has their guard up, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is someone who has their guard up and they're not expressing some sort of love, and they're not taking any action towards love. And I did mention the 10 of Wands. I mean, like, I was giving you the meaning for the 10 of Wands with the burdens. But look, the 10 of Wands in reverse. So someone may be dropping their burdens with the Empress. So someone may be, like, I don't know if there was some sort of challenges with an Empress energy, but the Empress is Libra energy. This is your card. Libra and Taurus's card. So some of you may be dealing with a Taurus, a fire sign energy, and possibly a water sign energy. This is someone who's currently going under a healing process. If you and this person had a separation with, it was my fault, but I blamed you, you may be healing from the connection, you know? And for some of you, this could have been a rebound connection because it says, I know I was a distraction from your pain. So this could be what this person is saying to you or vice versa. Hi, Heidi, how are you? So what else? We have the 4 of Cups. There seems to be some sort of detachment with this person. But it makes sense because this person, someone's going through a healing journey. This could be you or the cross watcher. Someone is disconnecting because they need time to think. They need a break from the situation. They need to heal. They need to take time off, reconnect to themselves. And I think with the 5 of Pentacles too, this person could be healing something where there was a lot of uncertainty, feeling left out in the cold. Maybe this person is healing from feeling like they were abandoned in some way, especially if you detached from them, Libra, or they vice versa, they detached from you. Let me see. Then we have the 5 of Swords. This person doesn't want to fight anymore. But the reason why they don't want to fight anymore is because they want to be on their own. They're in this healing journey. You know, they want to end the conflict. They want to be able to have a conversation without there being an argument, without there being anybody getting angry or a clashing of ideas or anything. You know, they just want to move past the conflict. But if this person was someone that was breadcrumbing you, they also want to stop breadcrumbing you. Maybe they have that realization that they were breadcrumbing you and they didn't understand that. And now they say, it was my fault, but I blamed you. Maybe they didn't understand what they were doing in the past. I want to feel that way again. Knight of Pentacles. I want to feel that way again. If your relationship had a point where it was stable and secure, but it lost that, maybe the emotions, maybe there was a loss of emotions, a loss of passion, a loss of care. Someone became emotionally detached, and that could be why the Knight of Cups came out. Is this person is wanting to like restabilize the connection, at least the emotional part of the connection, so that they can but like restabilize. And then we got Justice with the balance card. So this person wants to bring balance, restore balance in the connection. This is Libra's card too. So they want to bring equality when there seem to be an inequality with the Six of Pentacles, you know. So they want to bring balance into the situation. Nah, that's too much. Let's see if they come out. I saw the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So let's see if those cards come out. I want you. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I wish I had treated you better. Oh my gosh, my nose. Look. The Death card. They want to transform the situation. With definitely bringing balance and stability back into the connection. What else for Libra? What else for Libra? They want to be, you know, they have hidden emotions. Like they have their subconscious fears and stuff. But the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords came out. Oh, look at another card came out with the Page of Cups. Oh. For some of you, you may not even know this is coming. This may come out of nowhere. Look, the Libra card came out again with the Queen of Swords. Some of you are going to have to make a decision about somebody and their feelings, how they're coming towards you. They got the King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. You may be giving them the side eye because you're like, yeah, before you weren't giving me love, and before you were not stable, before you were not secure, you know. But I feel like this is like someone taking some sort of slow action, possibly to rebuild the connection with the Knight of Pentacles and the Justice, trying to bring balance, restore balance in the situation. But I feel like some of you may be thinking about the past. But the thing is, you got to look at the person for, if you open up to them, if you allow them back in, you got to look at them for the changes. If you got to look for the changes. If you don't see changes, then you already know that you can ice them out. But if you feel like they're the same, like they haven't made any changes, they're not emotionally available, they're not stable and secure, you know, they're not someone you could rely on, then you already know what to do. But you have to give them the opportunity to show you that if that's what you want, if you want to be with them, if you want to, whoever this person is, to return. We have Cancer, we have Scorpio, we have Libra. You may be dealing with a Libra. We have Taurus. Who else do we have? We have the Page of Wands, which is all the fire sign energy. So it could be any sign. It doesn't really matter, but you know, those are the ones that really stood out. So I hope this reading is helpful to you, Libra. I hope it brought you some sort of clarity and confirmation of what you already suspect or you've already been sensing. And remember, the messages can be reversed. The cross watcher may resonate with the messages. Okay. All right, let's see. I need to put music back on. Let me see. I mean, I could sing. I don't mind singing. You get away from me. You fly. Get away. This fly is like. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Roshni. Ooh. Ooh. I swear, this ain't for, I haven't started Scorpio's reading yet. Don't be showing me that shit. I'm a Scorpio, just so you know. I'm a Scorpio. When I saw that, I was like, I haven't asked anything yet, Spirit, so. No, if that card comes out again, then I know. Let me shuffle these cards. I need a little music break. Okay, so I hope everybody's enjoying their readings. I hope it's confirming. I see someone let me know that the Libra reading resonated with them, and I saw somebody mention the Gemini reading resonated. So I hope I'm giving you the messages you need to hear at this time. And just so you know, readings are timeless, you know, so these may be energies that may have happened in the past, something you may experience in the future, you know, because time is fluid, you know, and we're all on different timelines. And just in case you don't know what that means, is that, you know, some of us may have already experienced certain things already, and we've already moved past it. And some of you may be experiencing something at this moment. And I'm reading that current energy. For some of you, this could be something that may be happening in the near future, you know? So it's interesting that I had one person look at an old live stream I did, and then they were like, wow, that reading resonated with me. I don't know how, I think it was like a week after or a couple weeks after they watched it, and they were like, oh, wow, this reading resonates with me. So, you know, feel free to check out any other readings that I've done, like the ones I did for all signs, or any collective reading, or even pre-filmed readings that I've done. I've been posting readings since December 2024. So there may, like all the readings, some of them may have time frames on them, but it doesn't hurt to check, because you know, one time I went to a reading. I was like, there was something going on at a certain time, and I was reflecting on it, and I was like, I was curious to go back to a reading that somebody did. So I went back to the month and the year, and then, you know, the message resonated. And I was like, wow, some messages may not resonate now, but they may resonate later on. That's the beauty of tarot, you know, and that's also the beauty of being a human being. You know, we may experience the similar things, but we may experience them at different times in our lives. Some of us experience it sooner rather than later, and vice versa. Okay. Okay. So I haven't started Scorpio's reading. So this is like an intermission, because I need to blow my nose. So please forgive me. I'm going to step away from the camera. I'll be right back. All right, so now we're going to go into Scorpio's reading. Hidden Truth reading. What's the Hidden Truth message for Scorpios? What's Scorpio's Hidden Truth message? I can't stop thinking about you. So I lost myself for a little while. I wish I had treated you better. And then I replay our conversations over and over. So someone has some sort of regret about how they treated you. They do think about you a lot. And the fact that I replay our conversations over and over, that's like an indication of that too. And it says, I know exactly what I was doing. And my life isn't as together as it seems. But then I look underneath and it says, I love you. Okay. I can't stop thinking about you. So let's find out who Scorpio has been dealing with. Just as you, so you know, in the beginning of the live stream, I mentioned that this could be your sun, moon, rising. It could be your Venus sign. It could be your 7th house placement, however you see fit, you know, whatever your strongest placements are. It could even be a cross watchers reading as well. You may switch the roles as they, you know, you see fit because, you know, it could be your message or their message. You know, it could be things that you want to say to them, or it could be things that they want to say to you. Okay, so who is Scorpio dealing with? Who is Scorpio dealing with? Okay, you have a Temperance energy. We have Sagittarius showing up. I didn't even put a timestamp on. I'm going to put 143. I'll fix it later on. Temperance. So some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius energy. It could be somebody who's older than you, maybe more mature, maybe more experienced. Okay. We have the 3 of Swords coming up. We have the High Priestess. And they have the 4 of Wands. I lost myself for a little while. Some of you may also be dealing with a Pisces or Cancer energy, but we have the 3 of Swords with the 4 of Wands in reverse. That's indicating that something was not successful. There may have been a lot of pain, possibly from the past or from that someone may be needing to heal from, with the Temperance energy being the card of healing and moderation, balance, and alchemy. So someone may be in the process of healing past traumas, healing from past pains. With the High Priestess, someone could also be like very tapped in, maybe very connected, intuitive. But with the 4 of Wands, it's indicating that there was something that was unsuccessful. You know, like something, like some action was made. Like 3 of Wands is like planning, taking some sort of action and waiting for the results, but the results were not good. And I think it's because somebody did not treat somebody the right way, Scorpio. Okay, let's see. I want to know what the 3 of Swords, what is this 3 of Swords for Scorpio? Yeah, 9 of Cups. Something like disappointing happened with a situation that seemed to be like a wish fulfillment. With the 3 of Pentacles, yeah, like I think somebody may have been hoping or wishing for, it could have been for the past. Somebody experienced something from the past where they were committed to somebody, but it just didn't work out because there was a lack of collaboration, teamwork. They weren't working together. There could have even been third-party situations involved in this, if this is a past situation. Now, if it's like something that's not with the past, and it has to do with this connection that you have, Scorpio. It could be that some of you may have, or this person may have won a commitment. Take it as a resonates. It could be flipped. But it was something that you both couldn't come to an agreement with the Three of Pentacles being in reverse. But it could simply be that some of you were also dealing with a King of Pentacles. So it's not so much commitment, but there was maybe somebody you were hoping like this person, this King of Pentacles or Earth sign energy would be your wish fulfillment. But it's just that it just didn't work out for some reason. It's funny that the High Priestess card is under that I lost myself for a little while. So it feels like someone may have been detached, may have detached from the self, detached from the intuition. Let's see. Ten of Pentacles. Someone could have already been in a family dynamic with the Ten of Pentacles. With them losing themselves, they may have lost sight of what really mattered, what they really value. It could be a home that they've already built or a home that they wish to build. Now, what? Four of Wands. I wish I treated you better. Oh, Lord Jesus. I saw the Death card in reverse. So I was hoping something will be successful. But the Four of Pentacles and the upright, it seemed like somebody didn't want to move forward. Somebody wasn't willing to take a chance with having a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles showing up. Huh. I saw the Queen of Pentacles, which is the match to the King of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Yeah, somebody's stuck. Someone's feeling stuck. And there's some sort of tower moment that may be coming that may get rid of the blockage, whatever the blockage could be in this connection. So some of you may have been dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, a Temperance energy. But there was some sort of ending, so that the ending that could have happened may have happened unexpectedly. So for some of you, you could have had a false start with a relationship that you thought was going to become something, be built. Like you were going to build something, but ended up being, I want to say a house of cards, even though this house kind of looks dilapidated, looks abandoned. So I feel like whatever this dynamic was, Scorpio, it was one that like this house you see is abandoned, it's dilapidated, it's not well kept, and this tower is going to come and it's going to bring it down. It's the tower that could have already came and just made everything crumble. Wow, the song right now, Bring Me Back to You. Not wasting time till I am yours again. I've tried. We got the King of Cups, which is Scorpio's card. With the Ace of Swords, is coming to some sort of clarity. So Scorpio, you may be coming to some sort of clarity. And you may be not, maybe the song is distracting me. So Scorpio, okay. So this is our card. I know I'm saying our because I am a Scorpio, but this is not my reading, just so you know. So Scorpio card with the Ace of Swords indicating that somebody's has, they're very clear about how they feel about something, how they feel about something. And they may not be, you may not be communicating that, or this could be somebody else. You may be dealing with another Scorpio, okay? And this person is coming to some sort of realization and about maybe there being a lack of communication. Maybe this person is doing this on purpose. not contacting you, not engaging with you, not reconnecting with you, even creating some sort of space and distance between you two. But then you have like with the messenger in reverse, the messenger card is basically about communication. But I'm going to go into the deck just to see the keywords: communication, connection, guidance, inspiration, message, opportunity, revelation, truth, mystery, gift. So somebody's getting some sort of realization. But with the fact that this card is in the reverse, it says it warns against excessive. Oh, sorry, wrong card. Okay, I went to the right meaning. When this card appears reversed, it signals a need to enhance your communication skills. So someone may be having a difficult time expressing their emotions. It says slow down, take a deep breath, focus on delivering clear, precise messages. Be mindful of how your words and actions affect others. Additionally, this card can indicate a personal situation that has yet to reveal their true nature, urging you to remain cautious and observant. So take that as it resonates. There's someone who's not communicating clearly, they're not communicating effectively, but there could be a reason why they're not doing that. Maybe they could be at this place where they really don't know how to verbalize what exactly it is that they want to say, what exactly it is that they feel, because sometimes it's difficult expressing. Maybe the person's having a hard time saying, I love you. We know sometimes that's hard to say, especially if you're going to be the first person that says it. I don't know if in your situation someone has said it, Scorpio or cross watcher. Look at the Two of Cups came out in reverse. So there's definitely disharmony. There's definitely a disconnection between you and who you're dealing with, Scorpio. Okay, so what else how can we close this reading? What else do the Scorpios need to know? When it brings me you, hope it brings me back to you. I think it buffered. Sorry, guys. Ace of Wands and the Seven of Wands. I feel like someone's going to keep their guard up, protect themselves with the Ace of Wands. If somebody makes some sort of approach, tries to reconnect, tries to kind of like bring back the spark and the connection. If one was lost, especially with I lost myself for a little while, someone may have gotten distracted, distracted from the past, distracted by other things. Someone may have their guard up, Scorpio. This could be you. This could be the person that you're dealing with. And some of you may be very much focused on your stability, your financial stability, your financial security, even how you feel about yourself. Okay, anything else the Scorpio need to know? Yeah, there definitely needs to be some sort of healing from the past, especially if there's something that's going on within this connection in the past. Move on from the past, reconcile, come to terms, heal together, communicate your disappointments, your grievances, in order to have that Two of Cups in the upright, because we saw that there was a disconnection and disharmony, and it could be because someone not being satisfied or being depressed or just disappointed about what has already transpired in the connection, So there definitely needs to be a focus on communication, focusing on making a choice, a focus to choose each other, to bring harmony back into the situation and to reconnect, because I see that the Four of Cups was reversed. So that's detachment. So some of you need to, I guess it's more like becoming more heart-based, focusing on your heart, maybe definitely healing whatever pain you may have experienced, right? But it takes time. But if it's within you, whatever your dynamic is, Scorpio, it's a matter of both of you putting in the work, doing what you need to do. Because it can't be just one person. It has to be both. Okay? So they do think about you a lot, Scorpio. They replay your conversations. They wish they treated you better. You may wish you treated them better. However it resonates. Remember, vice versa. But balance, harmony, healing, reconciliation is possible if someone's willing to put in the work. I know how Scorpios are. We want to be protective. We want to protect ourselves because if we get disappointed too many times by the same person, eventually they're going to get stung to death. And then we're going to be like, I'm sorry, but you deserved it. Sorry, not sorry, you deserved it, you know? I'm saying this as a Scorpio because I know some of us can be very reactive. And then some of us, we could be a little bit more passive. We give people the benefit of the doubt, but then it's like, I gave you too much benefit. Now I doubt you are harmless, or I doubt that I should continue to do that. So when you get stung by a Scorpio, after you've effed with them one too many times, understand that you earned it. Like I say, that's a privilege you earn. To get stung by a Scorpio is an earned privilege. Okay, so now we're going to go to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? I left you before you could leave me. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. If you think about any unsuccessful relationship is a lesson on what not to do so you can have a successful relationship. And you don't know how hard it was to let you go. I am not available. I know I was a distraction from your pain, and I wish things could be different. Okay, so who are the Sagittarius dealing with? Who are the Sagittarians dealing with? Who is Sagittarius dealing with? Who is Sagittarius dealing with? It's the only thing I can do. I do all that you want me to. 'Cause you're not the only one in my head. Okay, Judgment, Scorpio energy, Messenger, which we were talking about earlier, is about communication, communicating clearly, communicating effectively. Five of Cups. Yeah, somebody made the decision to walk away from somebody. It could be you, Sagittarius, that walked away from a Scorpio, or Scorpio walked away from you. With the Messenger card, there seems to be a lack. There's some sort of communication. Maybe this person communicated or wants to communicate to you that they're grateful for your connection. They're grateful for meeting you, grateful for whatever lessons they've learned from you, whether or not they were spiritual. It may have been very difficult for them to have moved away from you because there is a sense of regret, sadness when it comes to this, but the person, it's funny because in the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups, and then we have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups has the Three of Cups that are dropped, that like they fell over. So this person realizes that whatever time that they spent with you or good times that you've had, they're not over. like things can't go back to the way they used to be. And they understand that things, yeah, I wish things could be different, is what one of the cards says. Yeah, they wish things could be different because there's a lot of sadness. There's somebody's heartbroken over this situation, you know? But the I'm not available, I think this person could have moved away from the connection because there's this realization that that maybe they're not at a place to be in a connection, or they realize that they cannot be available, they can't be there for you when you're dealing with something difficult or painful or anything. Maybe they feel like they were a rebound to you, and that's why the connection had to end with the World card. It's like the cycle was completed, and it kind of falls in line with the I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson, because maybe that was the whole purpose of your connection. You know, it may have been just one that was meant to teach them a lesson. That's fixed sign energy. That's Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. It's funny, the Scorpio, a lot of Scorpio here. Scorpio is the Five of Cups. The World card includes Scorpio, and Judgment is Scorpio. So you may have a lot of Scorpio placements in your chart, Sagittarius, so you could have been dealing with a Scorpio. The Messenger card isn't really necessarily tied to anybody, but if I was to assign it to any sign, I would say that it's assigned to any air sign, because air signs are about communication. So it could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that you were dealing with, Sagittarius. So you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So this person, it was difficult for them. They faced a lot of conflict within themselves, but they realized they were at a crossroads and they needed to go towards something that they knew success wasn't going to be found in this connection. And that's why they had to move forward. They had to go towards where they would see success. That could be your energy too. It may have been difficult for you to move away from this connection. You know, please reverse the roles as you see fit, you know. Anything else? I'm sorry, this is the Six of Wands. Yeah, the victory. They want to see success and victory in whatever situation you were having here. They knew they were going to have it with you. They wish things would be different. They wish they could have this, whatever success it is that they want to have. But with the Four of Wands coming out, this is like marriage, commitment, home, celebration, togetherness. But I feel like they reached this point where they saw the writing on the wall. They saw that there were two options: to stay in a situation that may no longer be fulfilling with the Five of Cups, you know, that may have been disappointing, emotionally disappointing. I know I don't see the Eight of Cups, but this is what's coming to my mind. Somebody has some sort of regret about the past. Maybe regret that things weren't the way that they hoped they would be, or they wish things could have been different, you know, that things didn't turn out the way they did. But they understand that they have to move forward. Sagittarius, this could be your energy too, Sagittarius, that they have to move forward and go towards where they can have that victory. They can have the commitment. They can have the happy family. They can have the success. They can have, you know, anything else? Yeah. I keep telling you the Scorpio. I don't know, like, are you dealing with a Scorpio, Sagittarius? For what I know, Sagittarius and Scorpios are not the best match. You know, from what I learned about compatibility, they may be good like for like friendship. They may be good for F buddies, but like a commitment, that would require a lot of work, because for me as a Scorpio, I'm someone that I'd like things to be black and white. Sagittarius is not like that. Sagittarius needs to be free. They don't really want to be tied down to anything or anyone. They just want to be like let their freak flag fly, you know? And I'm not saying all Sagittarians are like that, but the thing is, yeah, they kind of are in a certain way. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, but the thing is, if you want to have a committed relationship, that Sagittarian has to have sold their wild oats. They had to have done everything that they wanted to do before they could settle down. If they haven't done that, then this is like the Sagittarius that's not for you, you know, and then you don't know how that resonates. But for some of you, like, because I keep bringing up Scorpio, because Scorpio, is the Tower. So is Aries energy. So there, somebody may have Scorpio or Aries or both placements in their chart, right? But the thing is, you know, somebody had like the sudden realization, because the Tower is about sudden realizations. Things falling apart because something needed to be rebuilt. I mean, it's possible that this connection can be rebuilt. However, that's only if both people are on the same page. If two people are not on the same page about where the outcome is in the relationship, then of course it's not going to be successful. So someone may be like having the realization, sudden realization, the shocking realization that their wish fulfillment won't be at a place like this, where something has already broke down, something has already disintegrated, something that needs to be rebuilt. Maybe somebody has to rebuild themselves, has to do the necessary healing. That could be the sudden shocking realization, or it could just be the connection wasn't what it was meant to be, and there needs to be healing so that someone could go towards what they want, whatever it is that they desire. It could be within this connection itself being rebuilt, or just moving on and healing and going and finding, or opening yourself up to new situations. You know, there could have been issues with insecurity when it comes to finances, or even with self-worth, because I saw the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so any final messages for Sagittarius? Any final messages for Sagittarius? Nine of Swords. For some of you, you may need to beware, because there may be certain lingering things happening in the background with the Nine of Swords. Someone may still be having that anxiety. They may have that worry. So I say beware. That could be something that you may need to work on within yourself, because in turn, that's bringing some sort of imbalance. So this could be coming from the person itself. It could be with the connection entirely. Until there's some sort of balance in the relationship, that's when the anxiety, the worry, the fear, the overwhelm can dissipate. But as long as there is an imbalance, then all this negative, low vibrational energy is going to continue to exist. Okay, so I hope that helps you, Sagittarius. I hope that helps you. But there's somebody who it was difficult for them to leave you, to move away, but they had to be honest with yourselves, and maybe you had to be honest with yourself that the connection wasn't what you had hoped it would be, or maybe you weren't able to give what the person what they wanted, or they weren't able to give you what they want, what you wanted. I swear a card fell. I keep checking. Okay, so now we're going to go into Capricorn. Capricorn. So I hope everybody's doing well. If you're now entering the live stream, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an Oracle tarot card reader. I'm doing a hidden truth reading for all the signs. I just finished reading for Sagittarius. Now I'm going to be going into Capricorn. So let's see what Capricorn messages we're going to get. What messages for the Capricorns? Remember, this is for any strong placements you have in your chart. It could be your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or 7th house placement. Okay, so let's see for Capricorn, 2/11/33 for Capricorn. 2/11/33. I'm just writing down the timestamps. Okay. What Capricorn messages they need to know? What messages does Capricorn need to know? I wonder if you're happy without me for Capricorn. For Capricorn. Capricorn. We will be together again, and I couldn't let you get close to me. We need to let each other go. Oh my gosh. This is like two separate energies, but there could have been like that back and forth, inconsistency. Like, I need you, I want you. Get away from me, I don't love you. You know that? Like, it could be something like that, but I feel like it's more so two separate energies. Oh, it's 8:24 here. Jeez. Okay. So I wonder if you're happy without me. I couldn't let you get close to me. Oh, two cards came out. We have the Six of Wands with the Three of Wands. This person could be watching you. They could be seeing that you're doing well for yourself, because the Three of Wands is indicating like looking towards the future. But it could be somebody's watching and seeing somebody be successful. You know, so some of you may have already turned your back on this connection, and now you've already seen success. This person may be seeing that, and they're wondering if you are happy without them, because you seem to be doing well for yourself, Capricorn. Anything else? Too many cards. Got the King of Swords. So someone definitely is watching, even though that's the King of Swords. Remember there was a gnat around here flying around me and shit, driving me crazy. So there could be a King of Swords energy that may be watching you, observing you. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra energy. We have the Four of Wands. Yeah, because I'm clarifying that I couldn't let you get close to me, but the Four of Wands in reverse is indicating somebody is not seeing any success in their own life. They're seeing a bit of stagnancy. They're seeing things aren't really changing. They're not seeing good fortune. Even though the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright, it's like there seems to be something that's stuck, because the Four of Wands is about success. It's about celebration. It's about families, togetherness. So there may be something going on within the family dynamic that may be blocking this person too. And that may be why they couldn't let you get close, because they don't want you to see in some way they may be failing, that things aren't going well for them. If they moved on from you and their current situation, I don't know, like they may not be having the best circumstances. They also could have been hiding stuff from you too, and that's why they couldn't let you get close to them, because, and I just saw the Queen of Swords. So, because you may have peeped something and they feel like they had to keep some sort of boundary up so that you couldn't see. Maybe they feel like, maybe they're wondering if you're watching them and seeing them fail. That's interesting that came up. Because this conflict in this messenger, like, I don't know if this is someone that you had some sort of argument with, and you may have like been very clear about whether or not how you're dealing with them, or you're not going to deal with them. Maybe you've even told this person, they said we will be together and again, and maybe you told them, yeah, like when hell freezes over. When hell freezes over, we'll be together again. But what could be too is that if there was some sort of argument, that it's important for you to both communicate honestly, clearly, effectively, honestly, and void of anger. It's just like move past the conflict, come to some sort of resolution. That's probably what would happen if you want this person back. But I really don't know what kind of argument you had that would cause a separation between you and another person. Let's see what that argument was. What was the argument regarding? No movement in the relationship. I don't know. Somebody was just keeping the relationship stuck. They didn't want to see any progress. And that could be why you moved away. Because you're like, if I ain't going to see progress with you, I'm going to make progress for myself. Because it's like you were like focused. Somebody was like, I wonder if you're happy without me. I said that this person may be seeing you, watching you be successful. Because you may have been like, you know what, this energy, the time I spent with you, I could be doing something else. I could be working on my money. I could be working on my career. I could be working on this or that. You know, because if you're not going to bring any victory success, movement, maybe not even traveling, not even wanting to travel. I don't know if some of you argued about a trip or something. Did some of you argue about a trip? That could have been an issue too. Were you supposed to go on a trip and it didn't happen? Anything else the collective needs to know? Anything else? I mean, Capricorn, not the collective. I'm sorry. I'm so used to doing collective readings. Anything else Capricorn needs to know? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, keep focused on your money. Money, money. Always sunny in a rich man's world. All the things I can do if I had a little money in a rich man's world. I could do that. I could do that better. But yeah, you're like very much focused on your finances, your stability, your success, your business, the bag, whatever. You're like, money don't fail me. Money don't disappoint me. Money's always there. You know, your pillows are probably full of money. You know, you don't need goose feathers or down goose feathers or down feathers, whatever they're called in your pillow. You want dollar bills. Some of you may be very intuitive. You may be sensing that this person is watching you. Maybe some of you are benefiting from your finance. I don't know. Some of you are like spiritual yourself too. Wow, that's too many cards. You're like, yeah, some of you, you're just holding back with the Four of Pentacles. You're like, you're staying pretty where you are. You know, you're only giving to situations that you see growth and benefit in. And you may have even blocked this person too. You may have not been open to them at all. You may not be communicating with them at all. You may be, like I mentioned, going within. I mentioned maybe you tapped in because the High Priestess. Like, I don't know what, that's not what I say. Oh, you're spiritual. That's what I said. But that could be it. That you sense these things and you're like, yeah, I don't know if there's nothing going to be improving, and you could already sense that there may not be any improvement. You may already sense that this person isn't doing well, and you've already made some sort of decision, judgment, justice that, you know, you're only giving to what gives to you. You're only putting your energy towards things that you will see growth, that will bring you financial stability, that will bring you security. If it has to be another person too, you know, that's the only way this person could come back is if they're coming back correct. They're coming back stable, secure. I don't know if you had some argument about money, honestly, like a trip, cancel trip, something, anything. Let me see what signs. You got Libra energy. We got Scorpio, a Wheel of Fortune, which is all the fixed signs. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius energy. We have Cancer showing up with the Chariot. Any other messages that Capricorn needs to know? Yeah, it's the end. Yeah. You're like, we need to let each other go. Meaning you need to let me go. Because I think you're already moved on. You're already like, you're happy. You're good where you are. You know, yeah, I think the only thing you're thinking about, this is so funny. I think that you're focusing, like I said, you're happy where you are, Capricorn. The only thing you're like, the two paths you're thinking about don't involve love. I think you're so much more focused on your career, your money, because like I said, money doesn't disappoint you. Money doesn't let you down. But like, I'm not for real. Like Capricorns have a heart. I know you have a heart. I know you care. I know you love, you know, but it's just like, sometimes when you get disappointed or you feel like you wasted your time, because I see this guy, the Wheel of Fortune, where your time is money, you know, and you only want to put it towards anything that brings you certainty. Love can be uncertain, you know. People could change their feelings. People can change their mind, you know. So I hope that reading was helpful to you, Capricorn. So now we're going to go into Aquarius. I wonder what messages Aquarius and Pisces are going to get, because sometimes when I get to the end of the reading, sometimes they get really good messages. Okay. So if the readings resonate, please give this video or live stream a like. I'm going to put timestamps at the end of this live stream as soon as I remember, because it's getting kind of late now. It's going to be 9 o'clock still here Eastern time. I'm in the East Coast. So let's do a shuffle. I want to do a shuffle. Oh my God, the song disconnected. Red jumpsuit apparatus. Don't hang up on me, cause I'm hung up on you. This red jumpsuit apparatus disconnected. Attention. I know I'm Latina, but I like rock music, okay? I'm an emo girl. Even though they're not emo, but Don't hang up on me, cause I'm hung up on you. I know your eyes. Okay, let's see. Or our new chapter begins. Is this how our story ends, Aquarius? Or is it our new chapter begins? Let's find out, Aquarius. Oh, we cry. A sentimental sign of rejection. Okay. Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? I left when I saw you with someone. You were the best thing in my life. I hid who I really am from you. You and I were too young. Okay, this is definitely somebody that you knew from the past. This person is from your past. This person, I don't know if you broke up with this person. When I say that you and I forgot this because, you know, the you and I were too young card is I was too young for commitment, or I wasn't ready for commitment card. I know your eyes. Okay, I left when I saw you with someone. Whenever someone says you were the best thing in my life, that comes with regret, Aquarius. So somebody regrets. I don't know if you left this person because you saw them with somebody else and you felt like they weren't being honest about who they were. Maybe some of you felt like this person was a player, like they were entertaining many people. Maybe you saw them talking to somebody else and you took it a certain way. For all I know, you were probably right. You will know your situation. Some of you may have decided just to stick to yourself, move away from this person. Maybe this person made you feel like you were always by yourself. Like they didn't really like give you enough attention and stuff. And that may be where I left when I saw you with someone else, because you're like, okay, you're giving your time to someone else, then yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Carolina, sorry, Carolina. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's see. For the Aquarius. Oh, Lord. Yeah, some of you became very clear, very aware that someone may not have been the healthiest person for you. They may have brought some sort of toxicity into your life. But I'm not saying, because I'm not saying Capricorns is toxic, but some of you may have been dealing with a Capricorn that you now become aware of. You know, maybe there was something that you saw that just like really that just became, I don't know, whenever I look at this devil card, she looks like she's crying. So I don't know, you Aquarius, you have a Capricorn placement that you saw something, or they saw you with someone and they're like butthurt about it. Page of Pentacles, there could be an earth sign, a younger earth sign. Yeah, you and I were too young. We got a Page of Pentacles here. You know, some of you, it could have been the very beginning of a relationship. It had the potential for growth, but then it's tied with the you are the best thing in my life. Wow. The Emperor in reverse. Yeah. This person could have been an Aries too, but if not, there could have been somebody who was very, this person, you were the best thing in my life. I should have never put that shuffle on. That's better. Let me get all the cards out. Anything else is Aquarius into a second? I hate who I really am from you. I don't know if this person was just like not ready for commitment, and maybe that's why somebody left when they saw somebody with someone else. Someone may have been manipulative, and the fact that we have the Emperor and the Magician reversed, this person could have been very controlling. Maybe people who are controlling, they tend to have issues with security. And they feel like the only way they feel safe and secure is if they feel like they're in control of everything. So this person could have been manipulative in that way, where it was tied to their insecurity. It could have been malicious manipulation, or it could just simply be they were trying to manipulate a situation so that they could feel safe. I'm not condoning manipulation at all. I'm just saying that sometimes some people rationalize that in their mind to justify it. We have the Sun and the Hangman and the Chariot. So this person is having clarity about something. They took time. The fact that there was been a period of pause, separation, a break. The person may have received some sort of clarity, understanding about how they were. Maybe they really didn't understand how they were showing up, and now they're aware of it. Now that they've seen things from a different perspective. They maybe wanted to come forward towards you. They could be a Cancerian. They could be a Cancer, you know, if you know what I mean. If they're like they're very negative or toxic, you know. But the Chariot, Cancer, Cancerian. Hangman is Pisces. The Sun is Leo energy. Then we have Gemini and Virgo with the Magician, and Aries with the Emperor. I saw the High Priestess in the bottom of the deck. So double confirmation for Pisces. So this person could have been under illusions, because Pisces is a planet of like daydreaming, imagination. I know what I want to say, but then it's like my mind, I know what a Pisces is, a Piscean energy is, but it's like, it's hard for me to articulate it for some reason. So I'm going to look up very briefly. Okay. A balanced imagination. They're very empathic, very connected. They could be very intuitive. We did see I saw the High Priestess. I mentioned her. So someone could be very intuitive too. That could be your energy, Aquarius, but it could be the person that you're dealing with. It could just simply be that you're a Piscean energy. What does this person want to do? This person definitely is the opposite of a Knight of Pentacles. They may have been very irresponsible, reckless, may have tried to rush something or try to rush you. This could be the energy that they're coming in right now with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. But why are they coming towards the Aquarians? I feel like they're no longer under any illusions or confusion now. That's the whole point of me looking at the Pisces. Because they could get in their heads and their imagination, because they're ruled by Neptune, and Neptune it goes deep. You know, their imagination could go deep. It could go into places that you don't even want to know. You might be hanging out. They may be hanging out there with Cthulhu or something. I saw the Page of Cups. So this person does have emotions for you. It's funny. The Nine of Wands came out. So this could be your energy too, Aquarius, where you felt like in this situation, you've experienced a lot of shish kebabs with this person, and you felt like, you know, or it could be them. They've experienced a lot of stuff in the connection or outside of the connection personally, like a lot of challenges, adversity. Always feel like they have to fight, you know. Hopefully but this person is tired, but they don't want to give up coming towards you. They know that they disappointed you because I saw the Five of Cups in the bottom with them seeing them with another person, or them possibly seeing you. But you're going to keep up your guard with the Seven of Wands too. Oh, wow. Three of Wands. Because you may be focused on your future. You may be focused on your future and what you want for yourself in the future. You possibly have already turned your back towards this person and looking forward. You may have your guard up because you no longer want to engage with this person because you found out who they were, the person that they hid from you. But who were they? They may have been emotionally detached. They may not have been forthcoming with their emotions. They may have been apathetic. Hi, Khadija. Okay, Aquarians. You have the Four Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this could be your energy there where you're like totally detached from them. You are just like looking forward. You're reflecting on whatever time you've already spent, energy you've invested. And that's where this Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands is where you're keeping your guard up from this person. This person probably put you through a lot of stuff. Or this could be their energy too. Remember, nobody's innocent. Nobody's innocent, regardless of your sign, I know I'm not innocent as a Scorpio. I've done some effed up crap, but the Witch in reverse is basically someone who is not seeing things clearly. That card always gets to me, and I'm always going to look. Self-doubt. Somebody has a lot of self-doubt. They need validation from other people. The toxicity could be that maybe they have certain habits. Maybe they have certain behaviors, addictions, with the Witch in reverse. And that could have been where a lot of this stress was coming from the relationship, where you're like, yeah, this isn't working out for me. It's time for me to cut my losses. I've already invested as much as I can. Now I'm ready to take my pentacle or take whatever I have left and then start going towards something better, towards whatever. Some of you may be redirecting your energy to another person, someone who may be more aligned to what you envision for yourself in the future when it comes to relationships, or you could be focused on doing something that you love, which is the Knight of Cups, which is somebody who goes after what they love. And it could be after a person they love, or it could be going after a goal or pursuing a project that you're deeply connected to, emotionally connected to, or emotionally invested in. You're going towards peace. You understand that maybe in this connection, you and them are too young, and you understand that, but it could be that this person wasn't ready for commitment, and you didn't want to commit to somebody. I feel like it's them. You and I were too young. It was them. I feel like whoever this is, but it could switch the roles as they resonate, Aquarius, because like I said, we're not innocent. Just because we're a certain sign doesn't mean we're innocent. And one sign is not better than the other. As much as we like to say that to ourselves, like, oh, because I know the way us Scorpios are. But I think it's just a pride thing. It's like being Puerto Rican, which I am, like, Puerto Rico, whoop, whoop, all that. But Yeah, I feel like that's your message, Aquarius. So that's your hidden truth message. I'm going through these cards because some of them are reversed, and I don't like my cards in reverse, honestly, because I could read them in reverse without them being in reverse. Because it's all about the cards that are around you. If you know how I read, you know I read like the good and the bad, you know? Because not everybody's situations is rainbows and butterflies and kittens and teacups and all that stuff. So I could read these cards without them being in the reverse. That really irks me. It helps when I'm doing yes or no readings, but not for this. Okay, so let me shuffle these. And then now we're going into the Pisces sign, the Pisceans. Remember, it's for Sun, Moon, Rising, your Venus sign, or your 7th house placement. It could be for the cross watcher. Take the messages as they resonate. Feel free to watch any of your placements, however they resonate to you. Because if one message doesn't resonate with one sign, it may resonate in another, you know? Or go with the strongest placement. Like for me, I have Scorpio. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. So I would resonate with the Scorpio, though my 7th house placement is a different sign. So just take it as whatever. Some of the messages may not resonate. Some of them will. Or sometimes if you look at different placements, you could get like a whole picture, like a different angle, like, you know. So I hope the messages are helpful to you. I just finished Aquarius. I read from Aries to Aquarius, and now we're going to the last sign of the zodiac, which is Pisces, the Pisceans. Okay, I need to blow my nose again. Ooh, my nose is starting to run again. Okay, I'll be right back because my nose is bothering. Okay, I had a sneeze. Whew. So thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate you all for being here. So now we're gonna start with I finish with the last sign of the zodiac, the Pisceans. I appreciate your time and your energy, your likes and your possible subscribes. So many things remind me of you, sorry. I bury myself in work to forget you. I got 2 cards. I regret lying to you and I want to feel that way again. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So someone may be having a very difficult time letting you go. They have regrets about lying to you. A lot of things remind them of you. So they could be saying like certain things, like things that you like, certain songs. Maybe saying your name, your birth date, anything that may be significant that reminds them of you. This person likes to bury themselves in work, so people tend to do that because it's hard for them to keep Let me gather myself. People like to distract themselves with work because they may feel like if they don't, that they're going to constantly have you on their mind, you know? There may be a little bit of obsession. Remember, these could be cross-watchers messages too, because the cross-watcher could watch this, so. But there was something that they lied to you about, but I want to feel that way again. Whatever that is, if they want to feel it again, I hope it may be they miss your energy, they miss being with you, they miss the way you were with them, they miss just being in your presence. And it was difficult. It's difficult for them to let you go because of how the way you make them feel. I just saw I just saw the High Priestess and the Justice card. So the Hierophant came out. So this person could be a Taurus energy. They could have Taurus in their chart. There could be someone who's very traditional. We got Pisces showing up. That's your energy. So it could be like, they could also be a Pisces. But this Hierophant, the Taurus energy, it's about commitment. It's about how you're learning. It's about tradition, structure, stability. Stability when it comes to religion and learning. And, you know, it's funny because we got the Ten of Swords. This person could be reflecting on the ending, your ending. That's what they keep thinking about. I don't know how you and this person, you may have had a like very fiery relationship. I don't know, for some, I don't know who would like, some people do. Maybe some of you enjoyed, like if you had, you fought, you would do things after you would fight when you make up. So they may miss intimacy with you. Hopefully, I regret lying to you. I don't know if this person was involved with another feminine energy because we have the Empress showing up, or there could be someone that is the mother of their child. I don't know if they lied about somebody that's a feminine energy, because I regret lying to you card is on top of the Empress card is on top of. So I don't know if there was like a baby mama type of situation. Maybe you are the mother of their child, Pisces. But there seems to be like, maybe the relationship ended. Oh, because I keep seeing like the Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective, but then reflecting on, I don't know if some of you were already married to this person. You were married, or you were talking about marriage, or you may have been engaged, but the relationship ended. Okay, I want to know. What is this Hierophant for Pisces? What is the Hierophant for Pisces? Ten of Pentacles. Some of you may have already had a family with this person. It could be a Leo energy. Oh, this is so funny. I want to feel that way again. And the song that was playing was Don't Let the Feeling Fade. This person doesn't want, they don't want whatever feelings you have for each other to go away. I don't know if some of you had an argument about relationship, like commitment and stuff like that, but another person's seeing from your perspective. You could have been dealing with a Leo energy. We have someone maybe like, try to push past their fears, maybe fear of commitment. And they may be having a change of perspective when it comes to that, especially since the relationship ended. They don't want to think about the ending. They distract themselves with work because they don't want to think about the ending of the relationship. You know? We got the Eight of Wands coming out with the Emperor. Yeah, I think that this person's like working so hard that it's like they're seeing like fast changes within their career. But this is also someone's feeling this urge They're definitely trying to control themselves. I would say that much, because with the Eight of Wands, they may be wanting to reach out to you, maybe wanting to communicate with you. But I feel like in some ways they stop themselves, and they stop themselves because they're focused on their work. This person could be in a position of authority. They could be a supervisor. They could be a manager. They could be a CEO. They could be just somebody that's in charge, a boss, basically. Okay. Metamorphosis. They want to bring some sort of transformation into the... possibly, I feel like they don't like that they hurt you. They don't like that they hurt you. And I think this person does want to come forward to apologize to you, to transform the situation, bring some changes into the situation. But, oh yeah, my nose, I'm so sorry. My nose is bothering me. They want to bring some sort of transformation in the situation. And they know that in order for them to do that, that they're going to have to make some sort of gesture towards you, an emotional gesture, you know, to heal the situation with the regret that they have. Tell me about I want to feel that way again. I want to feel that way again. I want to feel that way again. Whew. We got the Justice card. I feel like they want to restore balance in the connection. They want to restore balance with the Justice card coming out. This person could also have Libra in their chart. But it's just the energy though. They want to bring fairness. They want to bring honesty. Definitely honesty with regret to lying to you. They maybe want to clarify certain things to you. Maybe there's certain things that they held back and they want to explain to you why they kept things, that they lied to you, or because sometimes people could, but still lying is a lie. I don't care how small. Half-truth is, what they say, half-truth is a whole lie, you know? Okay. Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if this is involving, like, I don't know if this person lied about having a kid, because I did mention the Empress energy. If there was another person, somebody, a mother figure, I don't know, because the Empress energy is a maternal figure. So I don't know if somebody lied about having a child with somebody, if they lied about having a kid, lied about getting somebody pregnant. I mean, like, everybody's situation is different, and we know how, if we watch Maury or Jerry Springer, if you know what those shows are, then you know how messy us humans can be when it comes to other human beings. So we have the Chariot. So they want to bring fairness, justice. They want to bring some sort of type of clarification or confirmation to you, or to bring justice, fairness. They want understanding. With the Chariot card coming out, this person could have Cancer. They might have Cancer in their chart. The Cancer. Yeah, this person wants to move forward with bringing stability, even stability. I mean, that doesn't necessarily have to be a child, but this person may be wanting to restabilize the connection, reinvest in the connection. They do see your worth, value, and they know that they should not have done what they did, especially if the I regret lying to you resonates with you. This person wants to bring a love offer, bring an apology, have a new emotional beginning with you with the Ace of Cups. I think that it's hard for them to be away from you. The world, yeah, with the ending. I think this person wants to have a new cycle. They want to end yeah. This person wants to close out the cycle of the past. They want to bring clarity, clarity. They want to provide you clarity if there was something that you weren't sure about, that you weren't understanding. It's funny because this looks like a mirror. So someone is definitely reflecting on what has happened. They're enlightened. They see where they did wrong, and they see where they can try to make things right. But I feel like the whole point of this person doing that is because they want to have a new cycle. They want to have a new beginning with you. They want to move past whatever drama, whatever you've experienced in this connection with the World card, so that you can have that new reset with your connection, with your relationship. This person may come unexpectedly, especially if there's been a significant amount of time there has been no contact at all, you know? So this person may come out of nowhere with their apology, which is what I was just saying. This person is coming out of hiding with the Four Swords in reverse. I put all the cards in upright. This card is in a reverse. So this person's coming out of hibernation, and because of this awakening that they're having, and they wanted to come to you, close out the cycle, and then have a new beginning. You know? They want to move away from the past. They want to turn their back on the past. They want you to turn your back on the past, Pisces. And they want you to look towards the future. For some of you, you may have blocked them. If you want this person back, if you're willing to forgive them, if you're willing to hear them out, then you might want to unblock them. With the Two of Swords being in the reverse. Because if there is a desire for reconnection in this, it's possible. It's possible. And it could be successful for both of you. You know? So I hope that reading was helpful to you, Pisces. I hope it provided you clarity, confirmation of what you already knew. Remember, as always, we all have free will. We get to decide whether or not we take somebody back or not, if we accept their apology or not, if we forgive or not. But I hope everybody does what is best for them, regardless of the situation. And I hope everything turns out well for you with whatever you decide. I appreciate you all for being here, for liking, for possibly subscribing. I hope to see you next time. I'm going to be closing this out because it's 9:05 here Eastern time. So I got to get my ass home. And I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend ahead. I hope you all stay safe. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.